Hello everyone. Alright, I think I'm gonna start this here in a minute when it hits 30 minutes, which will be 2:30 for me. Alright, let's get started. So all that I've changed since last stream was I added a few more reference images here. Mainly I wanted to see on this top image was to see this part where the casings will eject and the size of the barrel, because the barrel size was really small last time and I don't know why I made it so small. And then the other images are for the little setup here on the side and the iron sight, how it connects on the top, because I still have to connect it properly. And that's what both of these are for. So to start off, the back of the slide I left completely open here. And I want to get the little slot for the hammer there now. So to start off, I'll just fill it in. And then I'll probably use a bool modifier to cut into it. So like that, and then this top one can be part of the iron sight. So I'll move that there, and move it all the way across, and then that will duplicate some vertices, so I can just merge those. And then now the back is at least filled. But now I have to cut out that portion. So I'll use a cube for that. I think that the cut portion actually goes all the way down to right here at the top of the safety, the grip safety. So I'm gonna move this all the way down on the Z there. I'm using that snapping tool up here that we used in the first stream. Starts just about here. That looks about right. Maybe a little bit more so that it has room to like right there. And then now I'll scale it on the Y. So that would be way too big right now. Something like that. Now I can make the cut. So I think that's the right order. Wait, no, that's the opposite way. I have to click the slide and then add a boolean on the cube. Oh. I think this is what... Last time this happened and it just added the cube as well, but did do the cut, so I'll try applying that and seeing what happens. If I can just delete, nope. So maybe it's the other way actually. And I was right the first time. Oh, the booleans were on both of them, so both were getting cut. Then an issue with this. There we go. That'll cut into it, right? Then I can delete the cube, and we'll have that. Now, oh wait, I'll keep the cube because now we have to cut into the body now. And now I know the right order. So first, Boolean, select the cube, and then there we go. I can apply that. Now we have that whole cut down there. Now I just have to fill that in. So first I'll take this whole edge along here, and this whole edge. Oh, it looks like it added one little vertex here. I can dissolve that. And then extrude this on the X. Scale it to 0 on the X so that it's completely flat up and down. And line it up there. And you'll notice all this shading is weird. And that's because we have to mark these edges as sharp. And then there we go. Now the other side over here. All of that, extrude on the X, scale to 0, and then snap right there. And mark as sharp. And then there will be duplicated vertices right here and here. So if I just select everything, why do I sound like what? Way? I'm using NVIDIA RTX voice to get rid of background noise. Maybe does it sound strange? Alright, and then I can fill in this whole back. And, alright, that edge is weird. So I'll have to fill this in again, the right way. Alright, it sounds fine. I can't hear myself because usually I talk strange when there's an echo, but I guess it's fine. Alright, and then there's weird shading again, so I have to mark this whole back square as sharp edges so that it's all shaded flat, like that. And then there's the slide portion of the hammer area. Now the body. Alright, so for the body I'm going to have to fill it all the way back to here, so if I hide the slide, and I'll show that again, it has to be all the way back to here, so I'm going to have to move this over there. So if I unhide the slide again, oh, there. And now I have those two selected still, but I can move them to there. Now just fill this all in. And I'll hide the slide again so it's not in the way. Extrude on the Z. Make that flat. And line it up. And I'm just going to mark all of these as sharp because they will be by the end anyways. And then flat along the bottom. I can just extrude along the Y. And then because I have a mirror modifier, those will connect. And I just made a lot of duplicated vertices, so I can merge by distance and get rid of all of those. And we don't want this to be marked as sharp. But we do want right here. and here. Now I have to extrude this up on the Z to here, and then that'll wrap it up. Just make sure there aren't any duplicated vertices. Mark right here a sharp, and then show the slide again, and there we go. Now we have this whole part right here. So that's how I usually go about doing the back of a slide. On the Glock model, of course, it's different because it doesn't have an external hammer. But let's move on to curving out right here on the grip, because last time I couldn't remember exactly how I got the perfect curve, but I looked back at the Glock model and figured out what I did. So I'll just show it on a cube quickly. Over here. So if this were to be the handle, then what I could do is this section right here is how long I want the curve to be, and then it would just go to the middle. And then I take this edge and I bevel it, and then I would use the same bevel settings on the other side. So I think that it just remembers, and then that's how I would do it. I don't know why I forgot that, and I think that it auto merges, but let me just make sure. And then that's basically how I would do it. Now back on the grip. I'll get rid of, I think, this whole line here. Or I could just take that whole line and then bevel it, I think. Alright. It goes weird, but I think that that's just the bevel mode. So Control B and then M changes the mode. And there we go, something like that. And the shading's weird down the center because these are marked as sharp when they shouldn't be. Alright, that's weird how it's going. Alright, from the exact center out and then back to the center. I guess it doesn't matter too much. I could just clear sharp from right here, and then when it goes back, I'll clear sharp. And then this whole bottom part I actually don't even need to be sharp because we want that perfect curve. So I'll clear all of that. And the shading's still a bit weird. That's because the bottom here, if I mark these sharp, I think, yep, that'll fix it. So then we get that nice curve, which if I show there, I'll get rid of cavity because that looks a bit weird. Oh, right there. Still wonder why there's that seam. Probably, yep, and that fixes it. So now there's that nice curve. But the issue is, now right here, when it goes to the rail, it will curve this part here, and I don't think we want that. So we'll have to somehow get it back to this shape for right here from the curve, and I think just about at the trigger guard right here is when it goes to flat. So if I just take this right here and change this little loop right here, and then this loop right here to be flat, then it'll transition nicely. So, don't know exactly how I'll do this, but I guess that's what the point of streaming it is going along and learning. So, move it not along the X to match that. And again. And then we won't need this. So, dissolve it. Oh, that looks weird, so I'll just delete it and then refill this in. Alright, now we got that nice ending shape, but the transition isn't really smooth. So I think that could be fixed easily. This isn't Minecraft. It's not Minecraft, no. This will be for my game Callout, which I have 4 videos so far on. And after this stream, I'm going to start working on the 5th video, which will be on, I've been working on a car controller, and it'll be multiplayer. I've actually already added some multiplayer functionality to it, but it's really jittery. So I just have to make that smooth, and then I think I'll have a devlog then. It looks better than the revolver model I did a bit ago. Oh yeah, I saw that. It was looking really nice. I didn't lie. What didn't I lie about? Play. The stream delay's a bit heavy, so... Alright, there we go. That transition's looking really nice. Only issue is, right here, that edge is sharp, but then it looks smooth for some reason. So, I think that... Alright, I just have to do this side now. So, G along everything but the X, so you can hold shift for that. And if I mark that sharp... Alright, yeah, that's the start to what I want to do. And then right here, I think that'll do it. Alright, now to fix this part up, because that is a bit wonky of a shape there. Trying to think about the right way of doing this. 2 to 1 loop. I have a little chart that I use. Let me pull that up. Alright, resources. I'm on my second monitor looking through some resources I have in the Discord server, which, by the way, there's a link in the description if you're not in it already. And, alright, 2 to 1 edge loop. What you'll want to do is extrude. Alright, so you want to make that triangle shape. This is going to be really rough, but it's just to get the right shape first. And then right here, you'll have a quad. Oh, that connected wrong. Oh, because the edges, the triangle's weird. So something like that. That's a bit closer, but I'll quickly line that up. So that. Oh, weird view. That's better. So there, now you'll have a quad at the bottom, a quad connecting to that. This loop will connect to a quad, and this loop will connect to a quad. Then you just have to have this triangle here in the center, And that looks really bad right now, but I think if I do this, and then if the triangle were to be flat along with it, it would look good. What's up, JJJ? I'm continuing the 1911 model I started in the first stream, just refining it and stuff. Nice music, thank you. It's called Stream Beats, and you can find it on YouTube or their website. So there's still that weird geometry right there. It is hard to see, but for some reason I want to fix it. Maybe just... Maybe it doesn't matter too much if I just have a bit of an ugly edge down here. I'll merge those two, and then have a triangle. That might look a bit better. Alright, on better idea, since this is flat right here, I could just subdivide and then have two quads. And that is a bit better, but it's still not exactly what I'm looking for. It's only this one that looks weird. Maybe if I recalculate normals. Nope. Reposition this a bit. I don't know if that's an issue with the positioning or sometimes if I shade flat and smooth again. Alright, there we go. That fixed it. Are you banned, J-code? Nope. And there we go. Now we transition to this. Next, I'll add that nice curve right here to the back side. And then after that, I think we'll fix up the barrel size. So let's get our camera on right there. And then I can delete this whole edge loop. So X edge loops. Let me make sure. Alright, yeah, that got weird right here. The latency is really high, I don't know why. This isn't needed at all. And this should be sharp. And also this edge isn't needed. And there we go. That's better. And now I can take this whole loop and then bevel it. It's a bit close, so that won't make much of a curve. I could probably move the whole thing out a little bit more. Yeah, it was really skinny in there. How long will the stream be? It all depends on how long it takes me. And so far I've actually been moving faster than I thought, so probably 2 to 3 hours is my guess. Probably closer to 2 though. Alright, and I can move this edge loop with it because that's just the center. But we don't want any of the top here. So not including that. And then when I move it, I could just make this curve better. So let's move that out to like there. All day. It will take me from about lunch to dinner. Alright, this is what's going on right there. Really weird face. And then this can move back out, as well as that. Alright, there we go. I could fix more of this up after I do the curve, so let's just do that now. Take this whole part and bevel it. There we go, now we got the nice curve. J-code, you might stream after you're switching to Riptide on stream. I still have to switch to Riptide. For the car controller, I'm doing a little test with it, and I'm using Riptide for that. But Callout as a whole is still using the old Tomnet. Move that vert over to the right. Would you mind saying which vert, because the stream delay is pretty high, so I don't know when you said that. Oh, what happened here? Alright, this whole top is a bit weird, so I'll just delete it and redo it all. What is Riptide? It's Tom's new networking solution. He has a few testers for it, and I'm one of them. And I think that he's gonna have the tutorial series. I'm not gonna say when, because I don't think even he knows. But I'm hoping soon. But it really is a lot nicer than his current solution. Alright, this whole top part could move up a bit. And right here I could merge those two to connect them. And I'll select the bottom one first so I know that I can do it first. And then right here I'll subdivide to get a spot to connect to there along the Y, and at first. And I need a third thing to connect to here. I could do an edge loop, but that's a lot of wasted vertices. So I think I could just move this along. Yep, that works good. It changes the geometry a bit though, so I don't exactly want that. I'll just connect my way down to there first. So extrude on the Y to here, and then do that. And then this left half. What's more performant, Riptide or the current one? Riptide is it's a lot better in lots of different aspects. It's a lot easier to code with, in my opinion. It might be harder for others, but I think that it's faster also, and it has a solution for reliable UDP. So you can use the speed of UDP, but then it's 100% reliable, so it has both of the pros of TCP. Alright, I think I'm just gonna go with the edge loop solution because I can't think of much else. So I'll make sure along the X, or is that, no, that's the Y. It lines up perfectly. Still going a bit beyond. So I guess this whole top loop could just connect, right? So I could delete those faces and then connect it all up. The shading will be weird for now. Just for a test of how long the latency is, say in chat, like, say you just heard this now, and I'll tell you how long that took. So much detail. There aren't many details yet. You heard it now? Alright, so that took 30 seconds. Not exactly that bad. I'll make this a flat line for now and then I'll make it curve so that it lines up. At the top here, I'm gonna need a connection point. And I'll make sure that that lines up. This, and that this one also lines up with it. And then if you're connecting an edge and you want it to go through the face, some people might do F, but then you'll get this weird result where it's like appears there. I don't know if it will show with the quality, but that's just creating an edge and then the face is still the whole thing. So what you'll actually want to do is click J and that'll cut through the face so that these are two separate ones. Alright, there we go. Now I got that whole thing nice, but I still have to mark that as sharp and then fix up the fact that this line is straight. So on top, see how this whole thing is curved? This whole part is curved, but then right here it's straight. I just have to make that look about lined up. Why a yellow 1911 is your question? I'm just using this example right here. But just for testing, it's nice to be able to see the different colors separately of objects. So like I can clearly tell where it goes from the slide to the body right here, that line. And then also, that's why I have the trigger blue, is so I can see like where it intersects, stuff like that, really easily. And then also the tannish earth color is also on some guns, I guess, because the reference photos I have has it tan. Alright, back to that top curve. I'll move this on the X. About that looks right. Let's see that result. Looks nice. Of course, there's a bit of clipping here I'd have to fix. Looks like a sporting trigger. I don't exactly know what a sporting trigger is, but if it's the lightweight holes in it, I'm also going to improve those because last stream I didn't use a high enough quality in my opinion, because it still looks a bit low poly. I want these to look like circles and not decagons. So what I would do, I'll delete the inner edge loop because I'm gonna end up having to redo that anyways. Take this and then subdivide to get all the extra geometry, and then Shift Alt S, and that'll make it a perfect circle, and then I can extrude along the Y again. And then that center, let me just make sure there aren't any duplicated vertices, and that center has to be not sharp. And then see how that's much more of a circle than the other two? Now I'll just have to do the next two. So delete the center. Skeletonized triggers are just a joke. What are you shaving off, 1 gram? In my opinion, it's just a nice look, so. Shift Alt S, and connect them. Make sure there aren't any extra vertices, and clear the sharp. Only one more. Oh! What did I get extra? Oh, a lot of stuff. So, bottom loop, just that. There we go. Don't know why that's connecting there, so let me just delete that edge, make it connect here, and then delete this. Oh, I'm gonna have a lot of filling in to do. Should work. I'll hide the body because that's in the way. There we go. Now I have to do the middle section. And, oh, looks like the front and top. There we go. None of that has to be sharp. So I'll take that whole edge loop and clear sharp. Alright, now I think I can do the bottom circle. Show us the 800 vertice bullet casing. No, I'm not gonna show that. I'm not proud of it. What's going on there? Extrude along the Y. There we go. None of that should be sharp. Now I have all three. And then this back I could fill in, but may as well keep it like that. And just to make sure, I'll go into solid mode and then backface calling. Make sure all those normals are correct, which they are. Yep. Now I can show the body again. Now we have the higher quality holes. And it's looking more like circles than decagons or whatever it was before. So I think now we could work on that clipping. How many verts is that? Let's see. I'll select everything, go into edit, select it all. 1438, I think. Does that include the cameras and stuff? How do I unselect? Wait. Alright, it doesn't include the cameras. So 1400-ish. Still not too bad. Alright, I think I'm going to take a pretty bad approach to the solution for this. Why is it on the inside there? Maybe I'll select these edge loops and then delete. Oh wait, I need it down here though, so not below. Oh, is that it? Wait. There we go, now I have those two. And then not any of that. Your bad model has as many verts as my good model. Plus I have a mirror modifier, so it's only half. I think mirror modifier doesn't... I think that it accounts for that. Alright, I'm gonna try deleting all these faces. And there we go, that fixes the clipping, except for just a bit more. So I think the right solution would be delete this face, make it a triangle like that, and then delete this loop, except for down here, of course. So delete those faces, and then that's a lot better already. It doesn't, you checked? Then, wait, what do I have a mirror modifier on? The body? So this says 376, but then if I apply, oh, it doesn't. Alright, I'm gonna Control Z. So I guess the model's probably more like 1700, which is still not too bad. Alright, there's still some weird clipping going on. I think that has to do with the size. What I think I could just do a Boolean modifier, select the trigger guard so that it doesn't have any geometry where this is. If I apply that, add the trigger guard, yep, that'll get rid of all that. Oh, I see. So it's actually a bit bigger like that. So that's how it's, this is where it's sitting in. You're redoing the whole model. When I started with Blender, the main issue I would run into is duplicated vertices, as well as weird normals like right here. And all of that's fixable, so if you don't have to redo, I'd recommend, the main thing that helped me the most was selecting everything, and then pressing M and clicking by distance. Got rid of a lot of issues. Oh, like, there's an issue here. I think that's on the slide. Oh. Is it on the body? Yeah, the body's not flat right here. That's why. There we go. And that fixed that. So now to improve how it intersects, I guess I could take that whole loop down. That it? Alright. What key? Select everything and then hit M. And then it'll show up this little merge menu. If that doesn't work, then you could just select a mesh and then, oh wait, go into it, select everything, and then do mesh, clean up, merge by distance. They're the same thing, just one's a keyboard shortcut. Alright, so now that we have that whole loop, I think I could just move it out on the Y a bit. Alright, I only need where it gets funky. Why is your chat not updating? I had that issue on mobile. I think it's a issue with YouTube mobile right now. It might work if you open it if you go to like Google Chrome on your phone and open it in the browser. I think it's only the app. Alright, so right here is when it starts moving over. I could go into with the graphic to see. Yep, right there. So I'll move that all over, on the Y. Yeah. Alright, here's an issue with the snapping tool. I have to move my mouse cursor over here, and then scale that to even on the Y, and then snap it to here. Now that's all flat and nice. Only issue now is that the safety doesn't actually go out to there. So now I can connect that. This looks confusing. It's like I don't need those edges. Let's see, I practiced this before streaming, so I'll check that. Here's what I had. Alright. I don't know, what did I do properly here? Looks like I had an edge loop right along that safety guard, or right along the edge. And then also, yeah, we have to do the rail. I guess I could do that now before working on this. Or actually, I'll just finish this out. I've left too many things just half finished. So I think I could just fill it, like mark this sharp, but is that really a good solution? That's what I'm wondering. And this would be not sharp. I mean, that looks fine. When will you ever see that? So I'll just do that. And I'll just keep up with that strategy. So grab this loop. There are a lot of extra little vertices here, so I'll just remove those. Your PC doesn't have certain graphic dependencies for newer ones. I didn't realize that Blender needed, like, a good enough graphics card. Alright, I could just select all of these and get them quick. And these faces are needed. And I'll show the guard again, the grip again, or the grip safety. So I think I could just do sort of like this, where I just move it over so you don't see, you at least see like the color here. Face reveal when? Tom is here. Face reveal, I'll just say at 1,000 subs, so hopefully that has some incentive. Alright, that's looking a lot better. You don't have a graphics card? How do you live? I have a RTX 2070 Super. It's really nice. And I got it before the whole graphics card prices started going up, which is, it's over doubled since then. Alright, I might want to move that inner edge loop in on the Y a bit. So there we go. I guess that's a bit better, and you won't really notice that much. To make it even better, I could move all this along the Y in a... Oh! Snapping tool is getting annoying again. Move my cursor over here. Right here. Move this on the Y a bit more. And that caused a few weird intersections, but I think that's just weird geometry, so I could... It's weird on this side, but not this. Do I still have a mirror? Oh, I don't have mirror modifier, so I have to, back when I move that, move both. So scale it on the Y, and there we go. Now that's resting nicely. Play saying hi to Tom Wyland, one YouTuber saying hey to another. Play's channel has been growing crazy. He might even get Content Creator Plus Plus before me, which would be sad and happy. Alright, now on to adding this rail here. I don't remember what I did, so I'm sort of going to figure this out as I go along. First, I'll make the intersection where it should be, using a cube. So I'll make that about as wide as I want, and then as tall. about that. Now I'm gonna make that little bottom part where it has the nook here, so I guess it connects. So that has to be scaled along the Y a lot. About that. And then the bottom, I could just extrude that as much as I wanted because it just needs to go down to there. And then the rail, a bool modifier should work. And it's doing that weird thing again. Intersect, union, there we go. And I can delete this. Now I have that hole where this needs to fill. Alright, so this is gonna have to move, extrude, or be filled in a lot further again. You hit 40 subscribers at one point, then your friends left and you have 37-ish now. If you just keep uploading and making good videos, then it should continue to grow. Like, I had about 250, and now I'm getting close to 400, and it's only been like 4 months, I want to say, of just making videos and streaming. So I'll fill it all the way to there just to make sure I have enough room. Extrude along the Y, extrude again, and fill this in. I'll fix the fact that that's all sharp in a second. Make sure there aren't any extra vertices again. So this edge, this edge, this edge. Now, it would probably be the easiest if I just line this up with that. So that now the slide could fill that all up. There we go. Now all that shading's weird. I'll just quickly check what that would look like if it was better. Play, you're already at 321? Didn't you hit like 300 yesterday? How many videos does your movement series have now? Alright, and then this just has to fill in to here, and then this has to go out. The shading's all weird still, so I'll hide the slide and fix that up. Tom, you call Sundays your off days, but then all the other days you're still off. Think about how much more work you could have if 1 day a week of extra work. this, I could just snap it along everything but the Y. Now we have that nice connection with the slide. Only thing is back here, it doesn't go high enough. So all of that will be extruded on the Z. Now I'll fix all of that shading. It still looks... Oh, right there. Something looked off. Still is reflecting really weird right there. And right there. There we go. That was one of those duplicated vertex issues. T72 of truth, you've recently begun figuring out how parameters and methods work. One thing that would help a lot is naming the variables that you take in, starting them with an underscore. It'll just help you sort of know which ones are part of the class and which ones are taken in methods. Tom, I'll make sure not to call you out again. Alright, all of that's looking good now, but I just realized this should go all the way back. Oh. Has to go to here first, and then all the way. Underscores on method parameters? Yeah, I do that. You've grown to hate it? Why? I sort of started doing it after following your TomNet series, and I've started to actually love it. Alright, now that whole rail's done, I can show the slide again, and all of this will be connected for like animation type stuff. But so you see, if you were to shoot and the slide went back, I still have to fill in the bottom of the slide so that it's not all like that, and then I think everything else is good. So now that bottom. It looks ugly. I disagree. Oh, is that extra right there? I can dissolve those. So everything. Oh, that one's not needed, I don't think. Can be extruded on the X. Forward quite a bit. And then scale on the X to 0. And I think that'll duplicate some stuff. T72 of truth. I guess it would probably be better just to try both and see what you prefer, whether you have underscores or not. I'll get sick of it eventually, or trying to purge it. Why would I get sick of it though? It's nice to see what is like part of the class and what's in methods. What's your new solution? What do you do now to tell the difference? Oh, what did I delete here? Right here. Oh, I see the issue. I have to have a loop cut for right here. Zippy, do you have any idea when your next playtest will be? It'll be nice to see the new spawn points that you showed in your last devlog, because there were definitely some issues with that. And also, did you fix the friendly fire? Alright, there we go. Now if you shoot, that's all looking nice underneath. You're an underscore user, don't worry. We're cooler than Tom because we use our underscores. Alright, now I'm gonna fix up how the iron sight connects to the slide. So, looking at these references, I realized that it's not actually that complicated. It's just flat on the inside. It's not like, I thought it did some weird curve. You're hoping next weekend, but we'll see. That'd be nice. Alright, I'm gonna extrude to here and then make this triangle face. Doesn't look too bad. Oh yeah, I could just make it a quad. Hold on. Extrude to here, and then back. There. And then along the bottom. Friendly fire's off now, good. Too many people, especially in Capture the Flag, were just killing teammates. Ooh, this part's gonna be harder to get it to go right there. Alright. Now I just have to get the front. But let me fix all these normals first. So on the iron side, I still have to do shade smooth, and that looks awful. Auto smooth 180. And then now I can choose all of those sharp edges. That's what my solution is to getting the normals nice. So all of that should be sharp in there. This whole face is flat here. And then actually most of this is. Play you definitely destroyed. I don't remember seeing you kill Zippy in his video. I think he's a bit jealous that you were better. Alright, and then this part's flat. Oh, what's going on here? I think, is that all nice? That is nice geometry, I guess. All that's left to is the sides here. So I sort of outlined what I think should all be flat, which should be this whole side here, and then mark it sharp. And there we go. Alright, and then the issue is I don't have a vertex to connect to here, but I think I could just subdivide, move it there. Oh, I missed. Move it there. Yep, that works. And there we go, that's how it all connects. Although I think I just realized all of that should be part of the slide, right? Because think about it, when I have the actual coloring, it wouldn't look like that. This would be the same color as the slide, so I'll just select what all should be part of the slide. And then, alright, I didn't do anything on the other side. What was it? Right click. Oh yeah, P. And then selection. And then the selection could join with the slide. Alright, and then shouldn't have that other material. So all of this should be material 3. Let's see if that worked. Make material 3 white. There we go. Alright, none of it has that other material. Why can't I delete it? Oh, there we go. Oh, in edit mode. I have to... There we go. And then just while I'm testing this, I'm gonna make the iron sight white so it's easier to see what's what. Actually just a bit darker because I can't see much shading. There. Still some normal issues. Alright, and I'll still have to fill these parts in, but first let me do the same thing I did over here with the body over here now. So extrude that to there, and I could have that quad. Now I know what I'm doing, so it's a lot faster. And I think that's all of it, just to make sure. Yep, those are both the same. So I can unhide that. And then this front would just be as simple as filling the front of the iron sight. So I'll hide the slide and do that. This isn't needed actually. So that fixes it up. And there we go, now that's sitting in nicely. And I think like the references just to make sure. Yep. Although it does look like right there you can see into it a bit, but that doesn't matter really. So I'll make that color nice and dark again. There we go. Now I'll make the barrel a bit bigger, and also kind of like the trigger was a bit too low poly, so I'll make it have more geometry. So first of all, I have to make this a bit bigger, so scale up about as big as I can, so scale up just a bit more right there. Oh yeah, because I also added a reference right here, which if I show that, oh, yeah, that's right. Right about there. And this will also be shaded smooth, so I'll use the same technique with auto smooth at 180, and then marking the hard edges, or sharp edges. And while making the barrel, it might be nice to hide the slide. Something like that, and then I'll move that back, and that'll be the actual whole part. Oh wait, or extrude it back to about there. Back in material view, the shading is looking nice. And there we go, now we have a bigger barrel. and it's a lot higher resolution. So I'm gonna give that a material. I think, was that there already a barrel material? I should probably be naming these. So material 3 is slide. This one is body. The red is iron sight thingy. Don't know what to call that thing. And is that all of them? So now I actually got it right. That one was the barrel. And that last material is useless. Should we keep it orange? I'll do a dark... Actually, I'll do a more silver color. Alright, I don't know how HSV works. I have to set them all to 1 to get in the center. And there we go, now I can drag it. And that'll be, what, 0.7 metallic? There we go, that's a nice silver. Ayo milk drinker. I'm just about wrapping up the improvements and then I can start adding on. You just got done backbreaking labor cleaning up your lawn. I have a concrete yard, so I don't have to cut any grass or anything. Alright, and I think that actually finishes up the improvements I wanted to do. Iron sight is nice. We have this whole back part with the rail. Barrel's bigger. Trigger is doesn't have the weird holes. And we transition into the rail nicely from right here. So I'll start by making the 3 little side things. The flip safety and the slide catch and the little thing in between them. I started doing this last stream, but then I think I just hid the safety and I freaked out and deleted it on accident. So I'll start with a circle. Wait, where'd it go? There it is. You also got a new dog? Cool. Is that the one that you showed in Tom's server? And if you didn't hear, my dog's actually in my room with me right now. He yawned a little bit ago. Alright, I could probably hide everything else for now. It's just getting in the way. Alright, so there's the basic shape. This part looks like it curves out a bit or something. First, I'll just line it up with the gun. Looks fire, thank you. Here's how it's looking so far. And then all these cameras here are just little angles that I have on the gun that, oh, wrong button, that I'm going to use for renders after I finish. Alright, so all of this could probably be extruded on the Y. Just a little. I don't know how exactly I'm going to do the little curve part, but it might be nice to be a bit prepared for it. So I'll subdivide here, move that to right where the curve starts, which is right about there. Alright, back to hiding everything else. Alright, I'm also going to need on the top here, and that just about lined itself up already, actually. Yep. So how am I going to do that? Curve? Right now I'll just fill it all in. Alright, and then looking back at it, it has the little ridges. I'm just going to do a curve and then have it go flat along those ridges, and then use probably the normal map for that. But I don't know how I'm going to do curve right now. I could... I'll get some more little points that I could use. So this one I could move to where the ridge would go up to. Why does it look like it goes this way though? And that's what's confusing me the most. I guess I'll just start it. I think the spin tool might help. I'm not sure though. So if I spin tool, where is it? Oh yeah, I have to Shift S, cursor is selected, and then on the X. Oh, that does not work. Alright, if I wanted to go... Oh yeah, right here is where the cursor would have to be. So that if I spin that, there we go, it'd go out. I think it'd be 90 degrees, right? And I don't need that many steps. Probably 4, 6 will do. And then now I'll just fill that in. What is this doing here, though? What was that for? Oh, yeah. That goes really far out. I think it's meant to, though, so that you can get a grip on it. So there and there, and then just the front and back. And honestly, these two little points I had, I don't think I need them. Whoa, that's... what's going on there? Do I have transparency or something? Why is a shadow doing that? I'll just assume it's a bug and do the normals. Hopefully that gets rid of whatever was going on. Alright, that's already looking a lot better. Actually, like the thingy. Doing underscores for parameter names seems necessary since parameters are referencing variables. Don't you want the names to be connected somehow? Parameters are referencing variables. What am I modeling? A 1911 right now, or M1911, since it's... I'm not sure exactly why, but it just sounds cooler. I think it stands for like modernized. But right now I'm doing the, what's it called? Slide lock. So that when the slide goes back, which by the way, yes, I know it's not connected with these things yet, then after you like haven't reloaded or whatever, this will go up a bit and then lock it in. It's already looking pretty nice, but now what I have to do is it sort of curves this way a bit on this side. You see what I mean? This should curve in to the curve, and then on this side over here, this isn't flat. It's not going along the diagonal. And I have an idea on how to fix that, but it might not be the best way, but it's just an idea. So first, one along that diagonal. Oh, what? There we go. for this top one. And then how many more will I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in between. So then 1, 2, 3. Wait. Yeah, that something like that. Or actually, I have a much better idea. I just thought of probably the right way of doing this, which would be adding in edge. Alright, I'm a bit stuck on that. So would I add in edge loops right here, and then using this tool, what's it called? Loop tools flatten, and then that'll flatten it. But I want this to flatten to this. I'm not sure. That work? No, that just flattens itself. The other ones don't seem to do anything, so I'll just flatten. Oh. And then move this to here. I think that works. Let's see. Looks like it. So if I change the color darker so I can see all the shading. Still isn't perfectly flat. There's a bit of a seam there. Maybe if I flatten it again. Nope. It's small enough, no one will really care if that's sharp there. Alright, I think that's it for the little slide lock, so now I'll do the safeties. Oh. Which there will be one on each side, because it's ambidextrous. So I think I'll just make one of them and then mirror it over to the other side. Which, where should I start? I guess I'll just put a plane. Right over it. And it's a bit of a weird shape, so I'll hide everything else. Not the reference. Now I'm not going to use any like fancy effects for this. I'm just going to follow around the outside and then fill it in. But it's all flat, so it doesn't really matter. Beans. Play and Johnny, I have to agree, definitely. Beans. I'm doing this a bit exact, I don't think I need to, but if I have any problems with it being too high poly later, I could make that curve a bit, I could decimate it a bit. So all of that's a face now. Which now I need is this whole thing. And that's definitely a geometry little challenge, because it seems to curve up to it, and then it's sort of a box shape. First, I'll just, like last time, get my little references, and I think I'll use the knife tool for that. So I'll cut from here. Oh, I don't think I got that. Cut from here to there. And then what's the new cut button? Enter? Oh wait, no, enter does it. Only edges. I think just to make it a bit simpler, I'm not going to do that whole curve, but I'm going to have it curve up and stuff. Or anyways, the normals could just do that, so it'll be flat. I'm actually going to restart that because if I get this exactly flat, it'll be a lot easier. To do something like... There we go. Oh, accidentally deleted that. There it is again. Ah, I keep deleting everything when I delete face. So this part, it'll first go up. So I'll subdivide in the center here. Move that right there. And that'll be out some. I'll just do that much. It's probably not right, but I could always adjust it. And let's see how that looks. This part looks weird because that shouldn't be connected. So I'll remove that face. Wait. Only faces. There we go. That's what I was trying to do earlier. There we go. Now it's unconnected. So it curves a bit right about here. So I can just extrude and rotate. And then this part could be rotated a bit too. And that's the general shape. So I still have to fill in this whole part, which is easy. But first I should probably get... I want to get it to go around this because that's going to have to connect over. So right here I'm going to need subdivision, another. Extrude out to here. And there we go. Now I can get, oh, I have to merge by distance. Oh, did I undo those subdivisions? There we go. So I'm just filling all that in, and then I could go out more. And those normals I think are off, so recalculate. Now I can fill this all in. So right there to here. First I'll just do the top half. Right about there. So all that, and then all the bottom half. And I think I did that the right way now. I'll assign a material so I can see the shading better. And now do this whole part that's out. And using that snapping tool, I can easily line these up. Welcome back, Russell. The chat has been sort of dead. So I'm working on the safety, which isn't too exciting. It's just a lot of filling in. And there we go. That's a pretty good result. Now I'll shade it, so shade smooth, auto smooth to 180, and then select the rough edges, or sharp. I keep saying rough. And that's all of them. I got it all in one go. These two faces aren't needed. And then that's it. Actually, wait, those two are needed because this whole part shouldn't be flat. That should be, if I show the gun again. Wait, where is it? Alright, where's the safety? Right here. That should be out. Along the Y bit, and then connect. I don't want the face to be back there. I want it to be up in the front. So there we go, and now the bottom side's easier because I can just alt-click, make sure nothing's duplicated, and then make sure it's shaded smooth. There we go. There are a few sharp edges, yeah, sharp, I got it right this time. Right here. I think that's most of them. Got that, got that. I guess about right here. Right here are sharp. And right here, here to here should be connected. So I could just fill that in with a face and mark those sharp. Oh, what happened to that whole face? That'll be simple enough to fill in though. And then all of these inside faces are unneeded also, so we could just delete those. There we go, finished it. So now if I show the whole gun again, now I can mirror this. I just have to set origin, cursor to roll the origin, and then origin to 3D cursor. You got to go, see you. See you, Russell. Alright, mirror on the Y, on the Z. There we go. Now there's one on both sides. And that'll wrap it up for the safety. All I have to do, I'll apply the mirror. And then I think that the part where it rotates at is about right here. So I have to get the origin between about here and here. So I'm just going to make a temporary edge there, just to get a spot there. And then same thing on this side. So I can select these, cursor to selected, and then origin to cursor. And now I can get rid of those temporary edges. But now if I rotate this, it should be working how we want it to. And then also this one's working how we want. Alright, so I think the last thing before wrapping it up is both the thing in between the two, the little pole, and then adding a little hole here where the casings will come out of. So the pole, it's a cylinder, so I'll make that. Does not have to have that much geometry, it's tiny. So I'll remake it. Cylinder. It only needs like, what? 10? There we go. Thank you, Gabriel. This model's actually for the game also. This 1911. Because I used some paid assets. I used some assets for the models just to sort of prototype and stuff and work out features, and now I'm replacing those with my own. So that's what this 1911 is going to be for. And just gotta line that up. right there. And then this side will line up with the other side right. Oh, lots of snapping from the magnet, so I'll just right there. Something like that looks good. And then just the little buttons. Is it that small? I think it should look a bit bigger. Something like that. Oh, and I should be doing this to both sides so that they're the same size. Now inset, just about there. And then with those selected, I can do face extrude along normals. Like that. Back in material preview, both of those are nice. Now I just have to mark it so that the little buttons are their own material. So this will have two materials. One will be the cylinder, and then one will be the button. Let's have the cylinder red and then the button blue, just for testing. So the button is this, and then this side over here too. So a sign, and there we go. Now let's get the normals right. So shade smooth, auto smooth to 180, and then mark all of the sharp edges. And there we go. Now I just have to make the material something more realistic. Which, let's see what it is. It's a similar gray, so I'll do a darker gray with black buttons. So I'll do a bit lighter of a gray. And then black buttons. There we go. And then the other side still has its safety here, which is nice. All that's left for this stream is making the little casings hole, which is really simple. Also, I'm not going to do the little nook here, because some don't have it, and it's just an added challenge that I don't need. So, like all of the other holes that we've really made, I'm just going to position a cube and then use a Boolean modifier for that. So scale along the Y to get it, scale along the X to get it the right size. What button did I press? It's hidden. Oh, there we go. That looks like about the right size. Yep. Now I can move it into place. So in this view, I'll see how far down it has to go. About That much? Very chill stream. Yeah, the music is really relaxing. I like it. I'll move this side to line up so that I don't need any extra geometry. And it's not snapping to anything. So maybe I'll select both of these. Oh yeah, or be in vertex mode. G along the Y. There we go. Now I can snap. And use the Boolean to cut that part out. And got it first try. Just have to mark all of this as all these edges as sharp. Also the top here. Looks like it added an extra vertex. Have to fix this bottom edge. Oh, and it looks like it broke the top here as well. That's pretty easy to fix, just filling that all in. I'm gonna hide the barrel just so it's not in the way. And then this bottom. There we go. And I think that's good enough to wrap it up. I might, in the next one I'll do, if I have an extreme, which I'm pretty sure I will, then I'll add the little slide cover part here. What other improvements do I really need? I guess the front here needs that little spring thing. And I guess the mag port, that front spring thing, and then the slide cover is all I really need left. So thank you all for tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed the stream, and I'm gonna wrap it up now. See you. Make sure to subscribe if you're new, and have a good evening.